Good morning, good morning. 8:30. The market is open. Ding, ding, ding. I need that GIF from with a Rocky where Apollo Creed goes ding, ding. That's how I feel, baby. Getting ready to attack the day. Getting ready to attack the day. Currently, market is now open, and we are down 1.29% and blood in the water. It's like you took a bucket of chum and tossed it in the water. The whole market is bright, bright red. I think that goes without saying, because everyone knows 4% on Tesla. Man, they just keep taking a beating. I think they're going to pop 500 soon. Of course, we all know Michael Burry's got a massive, massive put against them. Or a short position, I'm sorry. And then Q's down. Let the financial sector, what are they doing today? Holy smokes, they're down 1.5%. Gap down on that. The QQQ is down 1.5%. SPY is, of course, right here. This is the 15-minute chart. I want to go over and look at the 3 and hang out here for a moment and kind of see how we shake and bake. Currently, I've got May 24th, 404 puts, May 24th, 409 calls, dialed up and ready to go. So here we go. Table that claps the most. Here we go. Booyah. Fang with a massive red candle. Yep. Hurts to sit. Hope people did not hold calls overnight. This is exactly why I don't hold calls overnight. Sure, you could have hold puts. Could have held the puts I bought yesterday afternoon. I held them for like 48 seconds. So, yeah, it's good stuff, man. Now we're just waiting to see what happens, man. You know, it's just good stuff. Am I doing calls? I plan on doing calls earlier in the day, not right now. Obviously, things are bright red. We could get a morning bounce. I don't anticipate that. I expect a little bit more downside because there's a little bit of fear in the morning. But if you look back on March 24th, this is kind of why I use a comparison because it can do it. March 24th, March 25th were down days, big time, just like there was the past 2 days. And then it gapped down to the 25th on pre-market, and then it tanked in the morning session like a lot, like just like now. But then about 11 o'clock, it bounced. It got a bounce, and it raised $8 into the afternoon. Like literally, it went up $8 in one day in the afternoon. So that... it's a similar situation. I'm not saying you use that kind of stuff as a guide or an indicator because it's not. It's just what SPY can do. It's possible. So I'm definitely looking at it. We definitely have some buying action coming here early morning. And we're going to see that shake and bake. I've got the 24. I got the 404 puts dialed up at the moment. And those are the May 24th 404s. Delta, what's the delta on those? 37 on those. We expect 37 cents. Or per move of $1 option or SPY price on the premiums. Premiums are currently $2.67 a piece. What's the IV on these babies? Let's take a look at the IV. I don't want to get smoked. Let's take a look. SPY is usually pretty low. Let's see, where'd it go? 20%. That's a little high. A little higher than I want to be. So the volatility is high. That means the premiums are going to be high. So you're going to be fighting Vega on these if it goes down to the normal, 17%, 14% that I usually see with options premiums. So you got to be careful with that. If once we start leveling out, you're going to have the Vega going against you. We're currently gapping up though. We just had a little gap in the 1 minute chart. 3 minute chart here is starting to look bullish momentarily. I may short this pop though. What's up, Jose? If y'all are new to the channel, I know we had another large influx of members this morning. Every time I hit refresh on Reddit, we're gaining 30 to 40 members. So a lot of new and exciting excitement about the brand and about the group. If you are here, like all of the videos, subscribe to the channel, and start learning because there's a lot to learn and a lot to be excited about. I'm glad to be here. Big old red candle immediately takes out all the green right there. So that's that weakness coming in. That is that weakness. Look at the bonds. Let's look at volatility. Bonds are up big time in the pre-market. Kind of dip back down here. And let's see what happens on the VIX. VIX is currently 24.8 and trading at, let's see, 16% gain on the day. So VIX is way gapped up on that. Yep, I am live. I am live. If you are in the SPY exchange room, obviously, if you don't know I'm live, then you're not listening to what I'm saying. So, but when it says VIX, is that the VIX? Yes, the VIX. That is the VIX. I'm not checking it on the trading view because it's delayed, and it's not delayed on the E-Trade. So that's what I'm checking. I'm checking on the E-Trade. What's up, Kaysway? Good morning. Good morning. Glad to be here. It's been a great day. I was waiting for this all night. Sitting on my hands like pins and needles, figured out what's going to happen. And here we are. Here's that short, here's that selling activity coming in. Maybe changing his Discord status to live would be helpful. That's a good idea, Toxic Shadows. I didn't even know you could do that. That's a good idea. I'm going to start doing that. I like it. Or I'll start pinging at everyone that I'm live in case you want to do that. You know what? Here, that's a good idea. At everyone. Booyah. Okay. Man, massive selling right there. Just completely wiped out that green. I missed that entry. And we are, let's see, May 21st, 404s. Currently trading at $3.10 a piece. That's a high premium. Implied volatility is a little bit high, so the premium is going to be a little expensive this morning. That's fine. I'm just capturing the volatility, and I'm not holding too long, so I'm not too worried about Vega. But you still need to be aware of it. Man, I'll tell you what. I was on TikTok a little bit trying to do some market research and figure out the videos I need to start posting on there. And a video posted of a translation from a Latino song to an American song, and it's like table that claps the most, table that claps the most, and it's been stuck in my head all morning. So I'm sitting here like singing this Spanish song all morning. It's driving me nuts. It's like I can't get it out of my head. You can set a bot to do this automatically. Yeah, I'm trying to learn the bots. You know, those things are sentient, man. Good idea on ping everyone. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, taking a look here. So if you saw my pre-market video, I know it got posted late because my computer kept shutting down, but I finally got the pre-market video posted. It's basically saying here what I'm expecting is this morning sell-off because there's a lot of fear, a lot of selling volume coming in based on the pre-market volume. We've got J-Powell talking today, followed, and I'm anticipating a bounce into the close. So puts in the morning, calls in the afternoon. That's kind of what I'm going to base my strategy on in my ideas, and go from there. I'm still on the bonds. There you go. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm sorry I was talking, got the yapping. All right, there's the SPY 3-minute chart, and I'm just want to take a look at the EMAs. Where is my 8 EMA? It's not formulating nothing. So, all right, there it is. Cool. Just popped up. And we've got this little volume forming here at this 406.85 level with some red candles forming. Five-minute chart, big red candle. The squeeze momentum's firing to the downside, and the EMAs are separated and pointing downwards. So definitely still looking quite bearish on the morning chart. To be expected, though. To be expected. $250 of us. Let's leave some likes. Thanks, Avery. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. If you are here and you do want to support the channel, of course, we have the Patreon, which we got a bunch more new subscribers last night. Awesome stuff. I appreciate it. We finally hit the 50 member mark today. Awesome stuff. I really appreciate all the help. And of course, you could help with the super chats, the YouTube super chats. Those are 2 different ways to support the OM channel. Big selling off coming here in the morning session. When is JPOW talk? I believe it's 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 p.m. Eastern. You're in puts. Nice, Christian. Good job. Yeah, I do change the time frame for the volume profile so I can look at the different volumes based on time. So, yeah, absolutely, I do. Dustin Hooks with the tier 1 entry on the Patreon. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate your support. It's always appreciated. Your support is what's going to help this OM brand grow. I love it. What is the setting for the volume profile on the right? It's just the 200, 500, 50. And of course, it's time frame dependent, so it is across all time frames. Big old bounce right off that bottom channel. So a little chop forming here in the morning. I'm going to be diligent with my positions. Yesterday, I played a little too quick, and I got hurt for it. So I'm going to play a little more diligently today. 15-minute chart here. We've got that 8 EMA here. So right now it's playing pokey pokey with the 8 EMA on the 15-minute chart. Night Frog with the super chat. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate that, Night Frog. Awesome stuff. First one of the day. You're number 1. Thank you very much. Your support's always appreciated. Every bit of this support is going to building this brand. Huge time commitment, which I absolutely love, man. I found a huge passion on helping and teaching, answering all your questions, your hundreds of DMs. I love it. Big candles forming on the SPY. I just want to look across the market here, just kind of take a poke around. So we got the 5-minute squeeze memo on the XLF. I'm not looking at that. We're now bouncing off the 80 MA heading down. So starting to curl up on the Q. That's looking nice. I'm probably going to hold off till the morning session kind of finds its way out, the 9 o'clock Eastern or Central Time range and 10 o'clock Eastern. Don't say chop. Sorry. Too soon for calls. I wouldn't take. I'm not taking calls yet. At least that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to kind of wait for the setup here because still could be some downside. You buy calls here, and we're still in this range. A little pop up and down. Big red, big green, big green. So close for 11%. Well done. Well done. Please, no more chop. Trust me. Today will break one way or the other. I don't think we'll have an inside chop day like we had yesterday morning and the day before that. So a lot of volatility, a lot of price movement coming into this. Do you need to use that 11% to buy new pants? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, switching over to 3. everything is very much bearish, at least for the morning part. Energy's down 2.5. XLF is down 1.6. XLB is down 2. The bonds are up, so people are rotating back into bonds there. QQQ is down. So what are you watching right now overall? Like, what are you going to play? Make a play? Would it be puts for most? I'm most likely I'm going to be playing puts in the morning, and I just want to wait for this thing to break. So we're starting to form ranges up and down. We've got about another 15-20 minutes until we form those ranges. And if you haven't spoken to Veteran Exotics over in the Discord, the guy is just an absolute powerhouse, wealth of information, a genius, and he kind of, he talks about ranges a lot, forming the open range. And it's like clockwork, man. It's the closest thing to a crystal ball. Once you get used to it and you tie everything all together. So you form the morning ranges before 9:05 my time, 10:05 Eastern, and then that's where you kind of bounce off of that morning and loading high. And that's kind of what we're doing now. We're forming the lows and the highs of that range. And right now you can kind of see where that low range is, and we're just selling off and buying up all the candles. So I'm just really waiting for a break of this. You got this big volume forming right here. I don't want to take a position too early. Like I usually never play the mornings. Yesterday I did, and it hurt me, obviously, because this crap right here, like everyone thinks this is going to crash because this big downside, which, fair thought. A lot of red in the market, a lot of heaviness in the market here, but weakness right now is getting bought up. Green, red, and you're going to get smoked. Plus, IV is very high right now. If you plan on holding this position throughout the day, like if the IV does drop off, you may get hurt on that. So that's where I'm really watching here to have this set up to figure out where to go here. I could see another chop day overnight. Seems directional. I would be surprised if we have another chop day in this range. We might have a chop for an hour until it finds the direction, but I would be surprised if we actually have another inside chop day here. I think we're going to see a volatile move one way or the other. My prediction is that we're actually going to bounce off this and heading up because everything's still in place. I don't think anything is going to change from today with the stuff that's coming out. Close my puts with 9.2% profit. Good way to start the day. Good job. 524, May 24th. I'm looking for May 24th, 418, or I'm sorry, May 24th, 409 calls, and then the 404 puts. Currently sitting at 406.68, and those puts are trading for $2.90 a piece, and I've got them pinged up now, ready to go. IV already decreased by 1%, but to your point, IVs can smoke you. It absolutely can. And today's a little higher than normal. Usually I see that in the 14 to 16% range. Today was at 20%. The Greeks video is all done and built. Got a little bit, probably about another 30 minutes left of editing, and that baby will be posted on YouTube today, so be ready for it. I'm not going to be streaming all day today. I'll probably jump off here after the morning session and then let the afternoon come. I've got a lot to do today, building the OM, a lot of stuff, a few phone calls, so be on the lookout for that. That should be coming up here today. Holding strong right here. Wow, look at that. Look at the Titan flow on that, man. Big old dispersion. All right, if you're new to the channel, head over to the Discord room, ask me any questions you got. And while we're waiting here for the breakout or breakdown, shoot me over in the Discord. What plan on TradingView do you have? I have the Pro Plus profile. I don't need all the indicators that the high one gets, so I just use this one. How can you determine IV? If you look in your options chain on your particular broker, they'll have a place called for implied volatility. And it'll be expressed in a percentage number. Yeah, Isaac, TradingView, if you don't have a plan on there, use the link. All right, post link on TradingView. Cool. All right, thank you. I was about to do that. So I have an affiliate link. I'm affiliated with TradingView now. So if you are going to sign up for a TradingView program, please use my link. We'll both get benefits off of that. So I'm going to post it in the YouTube live chat. There you go. It doesn't work if you already have a profile, unfortunately. I wish I could. But if you are new to TradingView and you don't have a profile, please use that link and we both get benefit of that. You know how you add lines for the top and bottom of the morning session? You should do the same for VIX. Just give it to another guideline throughout the day. It's a good point. Can you show where you find the EMAs you use? You're talking about how I like physically add it to the profile? Sure. Indicators here, and you just type in exponential moving average exponential, click on it, and then here, it added this one here. It defaults to the 9, so I click on the little cog, and then you add the length, the observations. So I use the 8, 34, and 21 right now as an observation here, and that gets you that. And you select what color you want. Think about getting it. TradingView is the best, man. I use TradingView for all my charting, and I use MeTrade for all like very, very basic charting and actually executing my plays. So highly recommend TradingView. It's a fantastic profile. From what I've done, the research is the best out there. When would you suggest buying calls? If you will be, I'm thinking about calls around a month out. Are you talking about when expirations or when am I actually going to enter those calls? When I'm waiting for this break to the upside, if we do get it. I am anticipating a break to the upside eventually. Just not quite yet. It could, but I'm not anticipating that yet. I'm kind of formulating my strategy around that. I just want to look at everything that's telling me what to do. Let the chart tell me what to do here. This is the month here. We're currently right at this little support level, this 407 support. Popped right through it last week, and it's kind of where we based out at 404. I think we actually did print 404 on this. So. You're welcome, Parker. You're welcome, Parker. Got 291 people in the YouTube live chat. Thank y'all for being here. Every day it gets bigger and bigger, and every day I'm more humbled and humbled that y'all want to sit here and spend some time with me and learn how to trade right. Whole crap ton of resources, wealth of knowledge in the Discord. A lot of awesome people, man. A lot of heavy hitters that know a lot about this market, and the people that you need to be very well attuned to. Yeah, Lucas says be careful playing this chop. Absolutely be careful playing this chop. We're in this range now where it could break either way, and we're just watching. So we got about another 10 minutes till we draw our lines for the morning range. You're welcome, Danish. Thanks for being here, buddy. Everybody, thanks for being here. Thank you, Night Frog, again. Good stuff. I appreciate that. Super choppy. Yep. We're just waiting for the break. Here is the 30-minute chart here. Just coming up on the first 30-minute full candle, 30-minute time frame, and the EMA is coming right down on that candle. We'll see. 15-minute chart. Can you explain your range and time you set them? Yep. From what it was described here in the room by Veteran Exotics, good guy, very, very smart person, smarter than me. You wait until the morning range forms, which on my time, it's 8:30 to 9:05, and that's the central time. So Eastern time would be about 9:30 to 10:05. Then you form the high and lows of that range, and that's what you play off through the morning. And then you form the afternoon times as well. So, and then you delete the morning times. You forget about those. So it's just good where it's a good seed to where the price pivots highs and lows throughout the day. It's where the market wants to take this thing. We could draw the top line now unless it pops it. We still have another 10 minutes before it pops it. So 0 DTE. What we got? Yep, I guess, yeah. Luca is playing the 0 DTEs. Good job, Luca. Should I sell my puts from last night, or this is getting worse? I'm not going to tell you what to do. If I was holding puts, I definitely would consider closing because, I mean, for me, I like taking profits off the table. if you held puts overnight right now, you're probably sitting pretty good. You're probably up at least 20, 30% at least, depending on your expirations and time frame, or your expirations and your strikes. So I mean, you never know. It could break down more, or at least, why don't you consider scaling out of that position? Because you can't really predict what's going to happen. We could rocket and you could lose that, or you can go back down. But why don't you take those profits off the table? You made a great trade by holding overnight in this case. So take those profits off the table, guarantee your profits, pay for your day, and then scale out of the position. That way, your remaining half, if it does go back up and you lose those profits, at least you have some off the table. So that's what I would do. Currently hit the 300 watching on YouTube Live for the first time ever. 315 people currently watching the live stream. Great job. Thank you all for being here. Awesome, awesome stuff. OM speaking reason. I like to speak reason, man. I like to speak reason. I learn and grow with y'all too. I'm always about learning, especially when it's about the psychological side of things. There's a 15-minute chart. Starting to look a little bullish on the 15-minute, not going to lie. 5-minute chart is starting to increase on the green right here, and let's see if we play with the 34. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you all for being here. Sam Pulley coming out with the super chat. Awesome stuff. Thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that, man. Awesome, awesome stuff. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. I'm running on all cylinders getting this stuff set up for y'all. I want to make sure I offer the best product for you, for every single one in here, so you can learn how to do this properly. This isn't about mimicking plays on me or anybody else for that matter, although you're welcome to. I've got my plays. I post them every day, and I post them for free. The point is, the reason why I don't charge for my plays is because I want to foster a learning environment. A learning environment. And I felt like if I made you pay for my plays, you would be here simply just to pay me my money and then sit there and look for the plays, and that's it. And that's not the environment I want to foster. I want to foster a learning environment where every one of you can learn how to do this, ask me questions, use this as an actual resource. Like, I want this Discord to be a resource, not just entertainment, or not just where like you just sign up and look at the plays. So I appreciate the help, Sam. I appreciate the support greatly, and Nightfrog, you as well. Awesome stuff. Thanks, Bree. 300. Thank you for being here, Bree. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Got about 5 more minutes till we draw the lines. 5 more minutes. Curious how you end up using the 821-34 EMAs. I've always used them. The 8 and 21 has been in my system probably with one of the first indicators I ever started learning way back in the day, and I've always built on it. They always work really well. They work great. It's crazy how many times that the price action uses the 8 and the 21 for support and resistance, like bouncing off of like a trampoline. And then the more you use those on larger time frames, the more you actually can dial in an entry point, exit point. So I just always liked it. That's the way I learned, and I've always liked it. Yugi Moto coming out with a big super chat. Thank you, man. Awesome stuff. Fantastic, dude. Y'all's support is incredible. Y'all's support incredible. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. SPY looks high, looks right now. Looks high right now, no? Do you mean like on the long term? Yeah, I mean, absolutely it looks high in the long term for sure. But, SPY doesn't care about that. The way it looks, you got to be careful, using stuff like that where it looks like that, because, I can tell you, go back and screenshot, probably 500 tweets throughout Twitter over the past month, and thousands over the past few months where people are trying to call it the top because it looks high. Yeah, absolutely looks high. It's ridiculous. Do you realize we're almost 100% higher than the post-Corona SPY price? We bottomed out at like $217 a share, which is why I bought into the market to begin with. And now here we are at we topped out at 423. So we're nearly 100% We're nearly 100% higher than we were in post-corona lows. It's absolutely insane for an ETF to kind of make those kind of moves. Absolutely insane. So we are extremely high, but that's because of monetary policy is propping up the market. And until that fails, you're not going to see the big downturn. You're not going to see that until reality hits us in the face, which absolutely was. I mean, look at Michael Burry coming out and slinging what half a billion on Tesla puts. Like, he knows it's coming. He knows it's coming. I think he opened that position in March. You can see the cracks forming, but until it actually breaks, we're not going to have a massive downside. Not yet, at least. All right, SPY on the 5-minute chart, got that red candle right there. Big volume right here, just tight in this range here. And it's currently, you got 3 more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and draw these lines. Booyah. Booyah. And this is courtesy of Veteran Exotics, man. That guy has taught us all some really cool stuff. Very tight range. I didn't expect this tight a range in the morning. I'm not going to lie. So there's the morning ranges right there. Oh, my bad. Short exposure. My bad, Luca. Thanks for correcting me there. 5. Yep. My bad. My bad. Can you talk about that gap? You mean this gap right here? You can press Alt-H to draw horizontal lines. I didn't know that. Cool stuff. Y'all are all a wealth of information on this stuff, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Forming a little selling action right here and see if we can get off this range. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? If we pop through that morning range with volume here, I'll probably take a put to ride this downside down if we pop through that. Currently have these puts loaded up, 404s, May 24th, 404s. Delta on these, I think, is 37 when I checked. Thanks, Spot. You just paid my rent. Awesome stuff. Oh, gosh, Kate. Awesome stuff. A lot of cool profits coming into the Discord room. A lot of great plays being made. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. Can we ride the put to 404? Really? Absolutely. If we pop this 406 level, it's going to have some more downside here before we get that bounce that I'm looking for. Can you type out the person you're crediting for you learning and using the morning range? Yeah. That is his screen name in the Discord. Please do not inundate him with messages. That's all I ask. He posts all his stuff in the SPY exchange, so just follow him in the exchange room. Please do not DM him. I don't want to run off our knowledge with an inundation of DMs. So that goes for anybody. Let's stay out of the DMs as much as we can, unless you have a one-off question. But even still, please keep it to the channels. I don't want to inundate our people with DMs, especially people who are willing to donate their time and their help. It's 10:05. What do you think the average range is for this morning? I formed it up here on our charts, and that is the 407.64 and 405.86 range right here. It's the highs and the lows formed in the morning. And I do want to take a look at the EMAs here. Let's go to the 30. So right now the price action is still under the 80 EMA on the 30-minute chart, and I want to see that, test that, and bounce or see what it's really going to do. Give us an indication of what it's going to do. And we go to the 5 now. Thanks, OM. I'll stalk him like a pro undercover creeper. There you go. There you go. On the 3-minute chart, obviously we have a lot of volume right here because we are chopping in this range here. And we looking like we got this green candle forming to bounce off this bottom range. This is for sure the most legit trading group ever to come out of Reddit. Kudos. Thanks, Raul. Thank you, man. That's one of the kindest comments anyone y'all ever made. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. That's the whole goal, man. When I created this thing back in March, that was the whole goal, is to create a legit trading environment that people can learn from, not YOLO and not try to, just copy plays. Like I want y'all to learn. Y'all wouldn't believe the resources in the Discord. Like the amount of knowledge in that Discord is unbelievable. And the great thing is no one's trying to hawk anything. No one's trying to sell anything. They're just trying to learn and teach. A lot of people donate time. AES with the super chat. Man, awesome stuff. Thank you. Completely. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I believe I'm here for a reason, man. And I created this Reddit for a reason, and I haven't figured out why it was. It just kind of happened. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing. And it's involved in something that I never ever thought possible. And it's just helping people. Helping people. That's all it's about. If you're 18, 20, 22, I want you to think back on the day that you joined the OM community. So you can learn to think like, man, remember when I had no idea what I was doing and then I found the Options Millionaire community and now here I am making money? Or the first time you hit the 25,000 PDT mark and you could start PDT. Man, it's awesome. Well, thank you very much, AS. I appreciate it. You, Yugi Moda, Sam Pulley, Night Frog, awesome stuff, dude. Just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Thank you. You're a beautiful person. I'm in love with you. That's why I'm watching. Just trades a side benefit. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You may change your mind when I actually start, putting me on the video instead of the screen. So we'll see about that. I may have a mass exodus of people when I start getting on the video. Nobody wants to see a bald military pilot sit there and talk to him. We'll see. So the range is coming right down, or the price is coming right down on top of the range, and it is kind of consolidating right here. See if it wants to break through. I've got my puts. Ready to go here in the event that this does break down under volume. If I see this thing fire, now look at the 3-minute squeeze momentum is starting to turn red to the south. It hasn't fired yet, but it's still pointing that way, and the EMAs are dipping. So if it does continue to dip off this 8 and bounce, I'm going to take puts and ride this down, and then I will sell those, and then I'll look to be going into calls into the afternoon session. Weston, I'm glad you found this community as well. I'm stoked that you're here. Thank you very much for being here. I've been trading options with a small bank for a few years, followed you, and SPY has made things so much simpler. That's the exact goal, is make things simple. Make things simple. OM, when are you doing a hair reveal? I don't have any hair, so I can't reveal any hair, unfortunately. I lost my hair when I was 21 years old. I've been going shave bald ever since then. OM face reveal? Well, if you are on Patreon, you already have my face reveal. I posted a picture of me and the family as an intro on Patreon, so it has it there. The put on what strike and day? Right now, I've got May 24th. Stand by. We're about to break through this range. May 24th, 404 puts. Man, if this thing breaks down, we're gonna tank. So. I've just got my finger right on the buy button in the event that this breaks down. So I saw that red candle, and we're treading water right now. What limit price do I have set is 335 right now. because it's fluctuating between 332 and 338. I don't want to miss there, so I'm going to get a little bit higher limit right now and see what we got to do. What's the rest of the market doing? I'm watching XLF is starting to roll. I'm going to take some puts here. Let's see here. Stay by here. Just trying to get a formulation of where I'm going to set this because the limit, that thing just popped up to a 350. Red, red, red. XLF got a little green forming on the 3-minute here. Let's see. Did I buy already? I'm curious. No, I did not buy. I was I'm about to though. I'm about to. My finger's on the buy button. May 24th, 404 puts. Yep. And we're breaking down in this range. Let's go back to the SPY. XLF has got that green candle right there. SPY. When you hear the mouse clicks, it's him setting up to buy. Yeah, I'm setting it up. I just didn't buy yet. So need to trust the. Yep, you do need to trust the indicators. How many contracts do you justly buy? I don't really talk about my contracts. I'm just hey, little green forming there on the SPY. Okay. Yeah. So I don't usually talk about the number of contracts. However, anywhere from 8 to 12%, of my portfolio, 20% depends on the confidence. So it really matters. It really depends. All right, let's see here. What questions am I missing? Nobody wants even 1 cent calls, yeah. All right, what's the Q doing? Hey, the Q's starting to trend up. All right. What's everything else doing? Interesting. So the Q is going up. Let's see what FANG is doing. Tesla's getting a little bit of a bounce. Apple's getting a little bit of a bounce. Netflix, FANG's starting to get a little bit of a bounce. So maybe people buy this dip. We'll see. QQQ is raging up. Not raging up, but bouncing up. XLF. This is what the 1-minute chart looks like. Currently at the bottom of the range on the SPY. Right here. We're toying with this bottom range. Here we go. All right, so we've got this. We rejected those green candles to the downside here, and I'm just waiting. XLF is rejecting. All right. I'm in a small put here. I'm gonna see if I can post this as fast as I can. 343 is what I filled at. May 24th. 404s. And then my entry is the 343 though. So this is just a smaller play. I want to see if this thing breaks down below it. I'm going to be Johnny on the spot with these things. So those are the puts. It just rejected that green. We're at the bottom of the range here, and I'm going to be tight on these things. All right, yeah. So that's a good example of how I play there. So I take my play, and then yeah, I post it in there. So, but I saw XLF rejected that, and SPY kind of round off and reject that, and that's what I'm looking. So. Play at your own risk there. So I saw it breaking before the range, and I want to see that thing break down. So had a limit instead. What are you looking for a strike? I just want to get my percentage gain out of that. So I believe it breaks down below 402. If it holds above 405, I can see a rebound. So let's take a look here. So SPY here is currently at the bottom of this range, 5-minute chart. Green candles are getting sold off, and we've got the squeeze momentum starting to increase to the downside. Consolidating on the bottom of this range, and this is like a play. I think we're going to pop below this range here. The candles keep dropping right below. It comes in and buys up, and then they're sold off. So. Making something finally. Good job, Inceptics. Awesome, awesome stuff. Well done. Well done. 334 people in the YouTube live chat. I love it. I love it. If I do see some green forms and take this thing back up, I'm out. I ain't doing what I did yesterday, so I'll pop out and re-enter. I don't care. I'm not gonna ride this thing out. I guess sure. But we're at the bottom of this range here. I saw that big red candle drop through with some momentum, and then the XLF I saw dip. That's why I entered that position at the bottom of the range. I was hoping for a dip through that bottom range. Let's wait 10 minutes. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Y'all make me laugh. Green, red, green. Yeah, all the greens keep getting, all the red gets sold up or bought up, and the greens get sold off. So that's why I'm waiting for that here. I got Johnny on the spot. Like I've got my sell orders popped up here, so we'll see what happens. If this rages up, then I'll exit this position and come out. And it looks like it's gonna rage. Great. Big green. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. All right. Going over to SPY. Energy. A little bit of green coming in here. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. All right. Nope, no foaming. Don't be doing any foaming. All right. XLF, what are we doing here? What's the VIX doing? Let me take a look at the VIX. VIX is at 18% right now, 25.2. Wow. Wow. VIX is way up. Yep, it is. Yep. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Q's rejected. So I'm going to come out to here a little bit longer time frame. 30-minute looks pretty bearish on the 30-minute here on the XLF coming down. I want to check the SPY. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Bonds increasing. Don't FOMO. Yeah, we never FOMO. So don't be doing any FOMO. So a lot of strength comes into play. I'm pretty close to closing this position. That was just I was hoping for that downside on that big red candle that poked through the range with momentum. Tried to buy that downside, and yeah, that got smoked. So. Do you think below 405 today? No, I don't think we go below 405 today. Let's see. Did I close my position? Nope, I didn't. I'm close though. You know, this is not a position I'm going to hold like yesterday. Especially I was playing that follow through down to below the range, that big red candle that came down, because I saw XLF, a red candle form on that. I saw SPY drop below that range here, and I tried to buy that put to come down through that range. Obviously, it didn't work out. So I think we might, if the buyers are stepping in here, I don't know if this is a temporary buy or if this rolls through, but I definitely don't want to get smoked on these puts, because when it does bounce, I think we're going to see an aggressive movement up. And I don't want to get smoked on that. So this is not a play I'm going to be holding long. If it's a bad play, that's cool. I'll just re-enter. I'll take another play and re-enter. So if you are mimicking the play, just be careful here. So just play at your own risk. XLF from the 30-minute. I'm going to go to the 3. Booyah. Red. All right, here. So currently at the bottom of this range there. It looks like it's uptrending here. I didn't get the move I looked, so I'm going to close this position. Yep, I'm out of that position. Close out position. So, yeah, just a terrible play. That thing just went against me instantly after I saw that big thing. Let's see here. No, I just try to play that downside through the bottom, and I get smoked. Yeah, that's fine. It's whatever. I'll wait for the call, and I'll play that one or the puts, whatever breaks down. So no big deal. And a little after you made $4. Cool, cool. Love y'all too, Jake. Thank you. Appreciate it. So I hit that keyboard to close a position. No, it's good. It's just, yeah, I was trying to play that downside below the range, and what happens. It's fine. It's whatever. Oh, yeah. Sorry. What that actually get a fill at? I got a fill at 277 because of that downside just wiped me out. So good stuff. Is that the first time I post 2 losses in a row in a long time? That sucks. Exit 277. All right. Let's see here. So market is still red. Let's see what things are doing here. Still flat there. XLF is rounded off with a little red there, and the Q is uptrending. Q is beasting. Nice. And what's Fang doing? Increasing. So we're not going to get the downside. Well, it appears we're not. This strength, it's pretty strong. So maybe we're not going to get the downside that anticipated before the bounce. So if we base here, and then we're going to go higher. So we'll see what happens though. Right now, on the 3-minute, the 8 and the 21 are coming together. We all know what that is. On the 5-minute chart, still quite in come together there. We're using the price right near is kind of hovering right near the 21, and yeah, so still in the range. Still in the range. Oh, I'm not worried about it. I trust my system. That's why I got a high win rate, because I trust my system. So haven't posted 2 losses in a row in a long time. Kind of sucks. I'm not used to this feeling, but it is what it is. I'll take it. Learning environment. Sometimes you got to take a risk. You know, if you don't take some risks, you're never going to have a big win. So I saw that dropping through the bottom. I thought we might have a little downside there, and I took the play. I don't regret it at all. So, you know, if you're wondering why I took that position, that's why. It happens. You're going to take some losses. Oh, yeah, I did have a win in between. That's right. I had the afternoon win. I didn't take 2 losses in a row, so good. Part of the game. I love it. I love it, Robin. It's good stuff, man. It's fantastic. And I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited for that. Looking at the volume profile, do you think it'll gap up if it continues to climb? Gap up? Well, we do have this gap here at the 411. We've dropped down big here. So, you know, just like I said in that pre-market video, I do think we have upside, and I think we're going to continue to climb back up. But we just have to wait for this to break. We just have to wait for it to break up or break down. So, yeah, I do have that gap at 411. If the double comes up, we're going to have an aggressive movement for the rest of the week. All right, let's go back to the 1 month. All right, so this prior range right there in this 405-ish, mid 405, 406 level. And yeah, we bounced hard off this little area, this 405.34 level, which is somewhere in the trend from last week. So 5 minutes starting to curl up here. I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait to see it. I think I'm gonna grab one of these puts at the 2.8 though and see what happens. Well, you just got to be careful though, because that thing rejected the lower range hard. It's bouncing up. So if we could see 405, there's a little downside there. So what 405? We're currently at 406.63. So that'd be about $1.60 move. And there's the roll. And there's the roll. So SPY is getting that dip. now I'm just going to wait to see what this thing does in the range here. So. Hey, Sean coming out and supporting the Patreon. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Got another subscriber on the Patreon account. Awesome stuff, man. Look out for the new content coming out. I appreciate your support and join them being a part of the OM community. It's like watching golf. Yep. Depends what tournament. MMA hype. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm doing it to help, man. If someone can learn some stuff and learn how to do this properly and overcome stuff, that's worth it to me. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to help. Getting that nice little breakdown right after I close that position. That's awesome stuff. So just got spooked out of the position with the green. I didn't feel like holding plays today like I did yesterday. And with the little strength coming into play, there's a big question mark here. So I'd just rather take my play off the table rather than face a question mark of getting smoked. So yep, I know I had the right idea. That's why I trust my system. But unfortunately, it went against me a little too early here. So most of my losing trades usually end up to go on to be green. So like it's just a matter of entering the right time. And that was just a little early entry. It is what it is though. You put your pillars in place so you can always fix what's broken and go forward. So you got to have a system so you can identify what goes wrong, what breaks when something goes wrong. Patience. Yep, absolute patience. Absolute patience. You and me both in Septics. You and me both. I'm not beating myself up. That's one. I trust my system. That's all I do. That's why I have a system. So when things break down, it's fine. So now we're just really looking on for the next play. Like, what's the next play? That's what I'm looking for. Yes, Night Frog, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Smoking people left and right, though. Smoking people left and right. Just be careful out there. So, a lot of people making good plays, but this chop is going to get you. So, just be careful. Just be careful. It got me. When does the afternoon session start? It is 12:30 my time, so 1:30, 13:30 your time. So, just be ready for that. Just be ready. We'll redraw the lines. What happens is you delete the morning lines and you redraw the afternoon lines. Sherilyn on the super chat. Thank you very much for your support, Sherilyn. I appreciate that. Awesome stuff. Man, y'all are being so generous today. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. It's awesome stuff. Your support goes a long way, that's for sure. It goes a long way. Brethren to all, do you use custom algos for your trading? I don't. I just use what they are on there. I find one that works. There's 1,000 different options for each indicator on there that people built, so I just use the ones I like, and this is what I filtered down to. So. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. What time frame do you use for the afternoon session drawing the lines? 3 minute? No, I'm always going back and forth between all time frames so I can identify trends. But yeah, I usually go back to 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. So yeah, when I'm looking for volume, I'll go a little longer so I can kind of see the big picture with the volume, the 1 month, 3 months, stuff like that. Good job, New Zealand. In at 259 out of 334. Great job. You did better than me. Well done. Well done. Hey, OM, where can you find your referral code for TradingView? It's in the affiliate program on the Discord, but I'll go ahead and post it here in the YouTube live chat. There you go. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, so if you are going to use it, look up, if you're going to join TradingView, use that code there. Get you some benefits. Get you some benefits. I think they give you what's called the TradingView tokens, which are credits. It goes into your account when you actually do sign up for that TradingView profile. So that'd be awesome. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Paul. Thank you. And Ro, you as well. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting the community and clicking on that link. That's awesome stuff. How are bonds and SPY related? I don't really understand bonds and what they say about the market. So what you're looking for in the bonds, the bonds, the way it's explained to me is that the money has to flow somewhere. Like large investors, institutional investors just can't go to cash like we can. They have to put their money somewhere. So they put them in bonds. And when you start to see an increase in bonds on a red day like this, that's a rotation of people buying up bonds, which is a lower risk. So money's flowing out of the market into bonds. So when you see this is when you usually see some downside in the market. But it's all tied into volatility. You have to look at volatility. When volatility spikes, which it is right now, 16%, and you see bonds are increasing, that means that people are just buying up those bonds and the market's down. Elon just tweeted he has diamond hands. My gosh. That guy needs to stop tweeting. If you look up the VIX right now, it says right now it's up 16%, which is $24. It's up to 24 points right now, which is 16% gain. So QQQ is raising, is climbing up here. It's kind of using this 21 EMA as a trampoline, bouncing up, up, up. TLT, yes, Jose. TLT. Big old bind coming in on the SPY. Someone has your video playing it or not. Good stuff. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Cool, cool. You got to learn something, man. Today's the day for a newbie like me. The chop spooked me out of one of the green candles. Yeah, I mean, if you don't feel compelled to play this chop, you know, there's nothing wrong. If you're not comfortable with this, don't play. There's no problem in that. So you don't have to make a play every day. Don't get caught up in the mentality that you have to force something every day, because it's not a good idea. You know, the market's always going to be here. SPY is always going to have plays. Some days are going to be easier than some. When we have a trend day, you know, it's easier than this stuff. So QQQ still on the rise, man. Still on the rise. What is FANG doing? Tesla, Netflix, Amazon, or not Apple. Let's add Amazon to the mix here. Still on the uptrend as well. They all kind of look similar. Yep. All right, I'm going to switch over to the resist the FOMO. That's right. So I'm going to switch over to the 410 calls in the event that we do actually choose calls, just to capture a little more upside there. So The bullies are on the playground. Yeah, they're just up and down, left and right. This is what This is what that gets that FOMO going, because it starts letting indecision creep in, because you see, all right, well, it's time to buy puts. All right, it's time to buy calls, plays, puts, calls. I don't know what to do, and then finally you reach the point where your brain's fried. You question yourself because you don't know how to get in a position, or don't know when to get in a position. That's why chop is very difficult to play, because it brings in emotion, indecision. It's not necessarily that you can't like plan where the peaks and valleys are. It's just indecision. It's questioning yourself. And here we are at the bottom of this range here, and we bounced off, and now we're climbing to the top of the range. And I was like, oh, now it's time to buy puts. All right, well, what if we pop through the top of the range? So that's why you have to wait for price movements. You have to wait for things to move. I don't want to necessarily play the inside of the range. I want to play the out when this thing pops down. So how long do I normally stream for? Sometimes all day, sometimes for a few hours. Today I'm only going to do the morning session, so I'll probably jump off here about 10:30 my time, 10:45, somewhere in there, which is going to be 11:30 Eastern time. So it's got a lot of stuff I want to do. I want to finish up the Greek video here on for y'all to post. Plus, I got a few calls I'm going to make for the merchandise. And then I'll come up here for the afternoon session. Battles of the calls and puts. So make your plays and be confident. Test your system. Test your system. And just trust it. Form your system and trust it. And then when something goes wrong, you figure out why. That's why I always keep a trade log. And I'll log this trade. Why did I enter that position? Did I have a reason for entering the position other than, it looks a little low here? So yeah, I took that put because I saw it pop below the range and I thought it was going to break down. That's all there is to it. It was a wrong position, sure. But if you make a wrong decision, learn from it. If you make a right decision, what'd you do right? Well, the only goal here is to be right more than you're wrong. So that's why I take losing trade in stride, because I focus on my system. I trust my system. I'm trying not to double down on my puts, but I don't think it'll trigger. Yeah, I feel you. So hopefully I can do what I did yesterday and come back with a big, nice 20%er. So that would be sweet. Come back on top of this and make it back. Yikes. Yeah, y'all be careful holding these plays like this, man. Remember we talked about these premiums are expensive anyway, so, if you're holding these, you're playing with fire. No pun intended, Flame Riot. But hold them for a reason. If you're going to hold them, have a thesis behind it. That's all. Just make sure you're doing that. Any plans to make a video about Greeks? Your feelings on what levels are acceptable? Yes, I am. I'm actually going to post the Greek video today, so good timing on that question. How do you determine there's a big buy in SPY? What do you mean? What do you mean, like for what's coming this afternoon? I do follow it, yeah, in overall trading in the market and the pre-market and whatnot. But I do follow it. I do follow it. Big hammer on the VIX. So VIX is giving back somewhere now at 13%. It's dropped 3% since the early morning session. Volume is dead. Yep. Yeah, if you're up 40%, I mean, at least take some profits off the table. Like if you want to hang on to them, at least scale out of that. Like take 40% is a fantastic win. It's a ridiculously good win. Anything more than 40%, if you're looking for more than 40, you gotta be considering changing that up. I mean, you take 40% gain. What else can you ask for? Especially in this market. Someone asked, I think it's perhaps time to, it might be worth explaining to what extent buying and selling on the SPY influences price versus the action of the underlying. Are you mean like as a community, like since like we're growing? Is that what you mean? How long have I been doing this particular strategy? I've been trading options for a while. I've been trading SPY exclusively since, I don't know, February. I think I made a couple of non-SPY trades in early February. Amazon and stuff like that. I think I even bought some AMC stuff and did well on. But other than that, I think it's been pretty much exclusive SPY since January. But I've been trading SPY options heavily since, like more focusing a lot on it since late fall, early winter of 2020. I've been trading SPY options a long time, but for this matter, since then, I was holding overnight until into the winter months, and then when that kind of broke down, I switched to this. So I've been doing this since about late January, early February. This exact system, some variation. Now, I've always done some sort of variation of it throughout the past, couple of months, and of course throughout my entire trading career. And I'll probably continue doing that. I'll change this as it needs. In 6 months, it may look different than it is now. I may start moving only overnight, holding only overnight like I used to. So, some variation of it. I wrap up all my experience in kind of like a trading burrito, and right now it's pointing me at SPY, and SPY is fantastic. I like trading just the SPY as opposed to Tesla or anything else because look at Tesla. It's freaking volatile. It's ridiculous. Travis Wilson coming out on as a Patreon supporter. Thank you, man. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate you. If you're listening, people like you and everybody else on there that is supporting the Patreon, like that's you're going to help me push this thing to a new level. You're going to make this where I can help as many people as I absolutely want to. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I really appreciate it. I'm humbled by all y'all's support, even on a day that I lose. I appreciate that. On the blue lines in your chart, support and resistance, it's the morning range. Now, I'll explain that this morning. So basically what I do, and this is from Veteran Exotic, he kind of turned me on to this form in the range, which is great. It helps me tie in everything else with the EMAs. So basically from my time, which I'm central, 8:30 to 9:05, you form the high and low ranges, and that's your morning session. So that's what I did there. You can kind of see we trended down below it, trended down to below it, right on here. So that's why I took those puts immediately, because we broke down below after that, the range on a big red candle. So I was trying to get some downside. Obviously that was wrong. So yeah, that's how you can make your plays based on the pivots, the price pivots. Man, look at that heat map. That's a crazy heat map. So if it crosses that 407 range, you think calls are in play. Well, you have to cross it with momentum and volume. That's the thing. That's the confirmation here. So like what I just did, for example, I bought this play here where it came down on a big candle, but it didn't follow through. That was my problem. So you want to wait. You want to you want to let it follow through. So if it does pop the range, wait for the confirmation of the second. Which, like, if this here, take this green candle. If I see this green candle pop up here, what I want ultimately is another follow-on candle that's going to pop the previous candle's range and go upwards with volume. I would like to see an uptick in volume here. So just confirmatory price action. You'll see it. You might give back a little bit of profit waiting for the entry there, but that's the overall trend. If you pop that into volume, it's clear at that point. And that's the mistake I made at this entry. For the month, it's hard to say because we've only got 2 weeks left in the month, so it's hard to say if we've got more in the month. I do think we bounce here and go a little higher. I'm more concerned from the downside position now that we fulfilled that 404 down to 404. I'm really thinking about the summer. Like, where do we go this summer? And that's where the big question mark is for me, and that's where I'm focused. Man, I hit biceps yesterday. My biceps are fried. I feel like a T-Rex over here curled up. So today, though, what I was in my mind, what I was anticipating with this huge downside volume, I was expecting a little bit of a sell and then a rebound in the afternoon into the late morning afternoon, and we climb up. Right now, we definitely range bound. This is what surprised me: is this we're tight in this range right here for the morning with such volatility. I'm surprised actually because volatility is up to 25, or was up to 25 at one point, and with the bonds increasing, I was expecting a little bit more down, which we may get that, but. The fact that we are right here in this range, that's fine. We just got to pivot to the next scenario and form a new strategy. And that's probably why that frame of thinking is what biased me toward those puts. And the second I saw the breakdown, I was like, oh, there's my confirmation. I jumped in. And that just shows you that confirmation bias, like it's real. It's real. And you got to be wary of it. You be wary of it. Good stuff. Man, big old green candle. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so let's take a look here. I switched to the 410 calls that I'm looking at. Look at that. See, now we're above the range. Now I want follow through over that range here. So XLF looks like it wants to climb for sure. I'm going to come back down to a shorter DTE to capture a little bit of volatility here on this move. I'm going to go towards the May 21st, which is 2 days out. So a 2-day DTE, a little bit smaller position sizes, and just play some volatility on these ones here. Don't get faked out. That's right. That's what I did. I got faked out, so don't get faked out. So wait for it to confirm. All right. Change expiration to the May 21st. Yep. Get the curls, get the girls. Well, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I've already got a girl. I've got an amazing wife, so I don't have to worry about that. But she likes the curls too, so. All right, we're almost there. Definitely volume miss coming in. We finally got a gray cross on the 3-minute for the SPY. On the 5-minute, things are starting to look bullish. XLF is starting to round out. I think we get our bounce here. QQQ is still well up. Like nothing's phased Q. What's the volatility doing here? Let's take a look at the vol. Volatility is 23, so it's down to 10%, looks like. So it's giving back some percentage points. We busted out of the range right there. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So I'm looking at the, I'm not buying that. I'm looking at the May 21st 410 calls. That's what I've got. That's what I've got loaded up here. So when I see what I want to see, I'll enter these calls. But the upside will come. And we are currently at the top of the range here. And I'm just loading my order form. Sorry. I'm just, you hear all the click. I'm loading my order form. Volume seems to be slowing down. Yep. So that's what I want. Like that's what I said earlier. Like I want to look for confirmation through volume. Yes, it's pop the range, but I want that volume to carry it up. That's the way you're going to get your confirmation at the end of the play. What's the watch list? Yeah, in my only in the OM only plays. Obviously, y'all know I'm trading SPY options, but I post the strikes and expirations in the OM only plays. So I've got it centered around two big. Hey, little volume coming in. So we've got the 8 MA on the 30-minute chart here, and I want to see what the price action does off this 30-minute here. I switched to 410 calls, May 21st 410 calls, just to capture a little bit more volatility. Delta is going to be a little bit higher. Why not consider puts since the top of the range? Yeah, I mean that's a thought, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for follow through here. Now, if we reject off this 21, yeah, absolutely, Bjorn. If we reject off the 21 on the 30-minute here and the 15, that I'll consider taking puts and just kind of scalping puts down. But at the same time here, you want to think about market. Like, where's the market headed? And I knew that we were going to get a bounce today. I just didn't think it was going to happen this early. So if this is the bounce we're looking for, then like I kind of want to start taking puts off the table. I'm not really scalping's great. I don't like scalping. I guess you can call it still throughout the day, but I like holding for a little bit longer to capture gains. Like the quick 10 to 15 second plays, 2-3 minute plays, not my bread and butter. I'll still do it though when it happens, but I just think we're going to have a little bit bigger play here. And I don't want to waste my energy and risk on a quick put when I think there's going to be a big move today. What do you want to see to make the jump on the 410 call? I want to see follow through with the market, like the sectors, XLF sector, and then SPY. I want to see follow through on the volume. Because right now, look, on the 15-minute, we're at the top of the range, but we're rejecting this here. And yeah, I mean, the squeeze momentum is still trending towards bullish, but we're not there yet. And yeah, so this green candle came up to the top of the range, just like down here, and we got a red candle forming to sell off. So what I want a green candle to pop above it. I want a follow-on candle, so the next candle breaks this candle's range. So a big green candle, and it pops the top range and closes above the top range, and then we know we have a bullish directional change. The 8 EMAs the EMAs are starting to cross upwards, which is great. The 8 EMA has crossed over the 21, and we're starting to stack the E's, which is good. But we just want follow through. Capture them gains, OM. Trying to, buddy. Trying to. Is YouTube hanging again or just me? Let me know. Good questions, though. Thank you very much. Good questions. In about 20 minutes here, I'm going to hop off of the YouTube live or the YouTube chat. I'll still be monitoring the Discord rooms for any questions or comments or concerns. So, why do you trade only SPY? Because I got tired of trading stocks. I got tired of sitting on a computer all day and sorting through a bunch of charts. So, and then one day on my system, I realized that SPY was the only thing I was winning all the time at. It was the only thing that I wasn't losing money on. So that's why I decided to focus in on that. That's a long story short. And here we are. So it's just, I like trading something that's a little bit more predictable versus Tesla or Amazon or anything else for that matter. So like, it just wasn't fun to me anymore. I was tired of sitting in front of the computer, chart after chart after chart. It got exhausting. So I turned to SPY. What is the Discord? Yeah, I'll post it right here. Yeah. The trading on the phone is tough. I only do it if it's a last resort, and even then, I'm very careful on it. So it's hard to really see the full picture on a little 4-inch screen and get in and out of position quickly. That's the thing, is that I can't get in and out of position quickly if I need to. So that's the problem with phone trading. So if y'all are new to the YouTube, I just posted the Discord channel here in the YouTube live chat. Click on that channel, come over and join the fun, man. It's all a bunch of good people hanging around. We're learning, trying to better ourselves and learn how to actually beat this market. It's all free. The Discord's free. However, we do have a support channel for Patreon if you do want to help support the community and grow this brand. I know we've gone exponential growth since March 26th is when I posted at Reddit. So we've gone from 0 to 100, so to speak. Currently sitting at, I think we finally popped 6,500 members today on Reddit, and still climbing. Every time I hit refresh, we're gaining like 30, 40 members. So awesome growth on Reddit. Discord's about to hit 5,000 members. YouTube's about to hit 2,000 members. So really cool stuff. And all the support goes to y'all, man. All the support goes to y'all, and I really appreciate it. All right, finally getting a little volume here. Coming through the top of the range. And it's probably looking like some calls. We will see. So 30-minute broke the 8 EMA on the 30-minute chart. Bullish signal, we're at the top of the range here. So let's take a look. Sure, now looking bullish. Now we're bouncing off. The EMAs are almost stacked. I want the 21 to cross through the 34 on that. And there is this. So we're to the top of the range. Yeah, Chris, I understand. Yep. Yeah, I get that feeling. So everyone has that feeling. You just gotta. If I start getting antsy where I'm trying to force a trade or like clicking the button a lot, and I'm out. I like to get out. That's where you can get hurt. That's what I'm saying. 95% of the game is emotions. 5% is analysis and charting. 95% is controlling your emotions. If you were a robot and you knew these charts, you would have a 100% win rate or a 98% win rate. But your emotions, your mind, your human element is what brings it down, unfortunately. It's part of it. You just got to beat it. The best traders control their minds. Another Patreon supported Binary Repo. Thank you very much for the support. Just came through. Awesome stuff. I really appreciate it. A lot of support pouring in today. Y'all are being incredibly generous today. I appreciate that. I'm going to reward y'all with a lot of cool perks. I just got word from my podcast host today that the first episode is almost ready, so it's getting back. So it's awesome stuff. It's awesome stuff. I'm excited for y'all to listen to it and start diving in and figure out what kind of goes through my mind. Yeah, buddy, Kremlin. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty. So, thoughts on calls here. I'm very much anticipating entering a call position shortly here. We're above the range. We're well above the range. We're firing on all cylinders on the 3. And didn't mean to delete. I'm going to delete that. Didn't mean to do that. Cool. Very much looking bullish so far. The XLF is crossed over. We got that what I call the Italian pinch on the 8 and 21. Big green candle just popped right through that. So QQQ is all things ahead. This is very close to a buy, Marianos. Very close. Yep. No, I went to 21st, May 21st, 410 calls. Not worried about volume taping her off? Yeah, I definitely am. But that's why I'm waiting. That's why I'm not in a position yet. You and me both, KM Coin Purse. You and me, bro. Just about every time I buy in the morning, I end up regretting it. Just about every time. So I might start incorporating that more strongly into my strategy. Just stay away from the morning, even more so even than I already do. Because that's twice now I've gotten beat in the morning. So Gray cross on the 5. Yep. Great stuff. Great stuff. Can SPY just drop $1 so I can load up on calls? So hey, there's that. See? Yep. There you go. This thing is tanking. Big old red volume coming in on the charts. 5 minute. I'm not in. Yeah, I didn't take a position, John. She asked me what the plays I was looking at. So, yeah. I'll post my plays in the OM only plays when we're taking position. So if there's more volume on a higher strike price but a lower bid, does that mean something? Let me read that again. So if there's more volume on a higher strike but at a lower bid, are you talking about ask? Are you talking about ask and bid? Yeah, and Chris, I'm getting into selling and writing options there. So a little higher view, and I'm working with other people to learn how to do that more until I'm comfortable with it. So, yeah. No, it's not that crazy. But still very can nonetheless. Hey, OM, I bought the same SPY puts as you from Monday, and they went south fast. Held on to them till this morning. Well done. What were the return on those? Anyway, that's awesome stuff. You have more huevos than I do, bigger huevos than I do. That's a strong hold right there. You heard it here, boys. Going to 400 after the Fed talk. That's bold right there, Whitler. Bold. Yep, so much of the market is still red. What's your take on VWAP and RSI as tools? Plus 125%. They were down 50% midday. Wow. Well done on that hold. That's awesome. 125%. Good stuff. I'm glad it worked out for someone. VWAP and RSI. I use VWAP on my E-Trade here. I took it off of the trading view because it's a little too cluttered. I'll add it back. I keep getting that question, so I'll add it back if they need be. If everyone really wants it back there. I like it, though. Usually it falls out of my cross-check by the morning time, though, because it's average weighted pricing. So as the day goes on, it just kind of turns into this peanut butter spread, and it doesn't really come into play unless we get a big swing in price. If we get a large fluctuation in price, which, it could. So good question. In about 5 minutes here, I'm going to jump off here. So if you got any questions or concerns, throw them at me now, and I'll be happy to answer them before I pop off. I'll still be monitoring the Discord throughout the day, though. I just got to take care of a few admin things here and actually do a little fitness. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. You've all been extremely generous today, man. A lot of cool donations in the super chat, pouring into the Patreon. I couldn't be more grateful to every one of you, man. And every time I hit refresh, dude, like we get more and more people joining the Reddit. So more and more people want to learn how to trade consistently and effectively, how to bounce back from a loss, how to take wins, how to string together 4 or 5 wins, how to control your emotions. It's easy stuff, man. It's very, very rewarding, and I love it. So down to 40% of the day, probably should go back to bed. Just don't force a play. Like when you follow up a loss, figure out why you did it. So just figure out why you did it and move forward. Take notes, open a trade log, Excel, piece of paper, whatever it is. Make a trade log and figure out why you took a loss, and then go from there. And I promise you, once you start doing that analysis and you figure out why, you'll start to feel a lot better about things. Instead of just sitting there sulking and be like, man, I can't believe I lost. Why did I lose? You turn your analytical side on, you dig in, you start writing it out. It's like, oh, okay, well, I did this wrong. I jumped the gun here. I didn't wait for my follow through. I didn't wait for confirmatory price action. And you start writing that stuff out. It's like a financial version of a journal, I guess. It helps you because then you learn from it. So I highly encourage you all to create a trade log and log your trades. Log not only like the numbers part of things, but why you entered a trade and why it broke down on you. And if you're honest with yourself, I promise you'll get better and you'll stop doing it. I promise. Yep. Some days are a lot harder than others for sure. Do I have a blank journal template by chance? I absolutely do. I'll be happy to post that. And what I'm going to do is I've got a Google Drive. I'll throw that on there and I will send it to you. I'll send it to anybody who wants it actually. So how much time do you usually spend in a day trading? It depends. Sometimes all day, sometimes 20 minutes. Before the Discord and I was like, just me by myself in my office, I would pop in, and kind of monitor the trade, go do my thing. Come back, kind of monitor the action, go do my thing. And then if I made a trade and I was happy with it and I kind of like want to enjoy my day, I'd wipe my hands of it and I would shut the computer off and go away. I wouldn't even look at the market until the market closed. So obviously now I'm in a teaching role and I'm helping y'all, so I spend a lot more time in front of the computer than usual. But yeah. Hey, if y'all do want your journal, if you do want the journal, the blank Excel journal, email me at optionsmillionaire2020@gmail.com and put it in the subject line that you want that, and I'll be happy to include all of y'all on the Google Drive sheet. So optionsmillionaire2020@gmail.com. That's my email address. Sound like an advertisement. optionsmillionaire2020@gmail.com, like one of those late night infomercials. 1-800-400-0000. The oil leaving indicator. Yeah, tell me about it. Not sure if you said this already, but will you be streaming the afternoon session? Possibly, maybe not, but possibly. I'll give everybody a good 30-minute heads up if I am. But All right, it is that time. I do have to pop off here, unfortunately. So y'all stay smart, stay safe. Don't jump the gun on anything, and please, please, please use your indicators and wait for confirmatory price action. If you have any questions, throw them at me in DMs and Discord. Join the Discord. Please like this channel, subscribe, and share this channel with others so we can continue to grow and teach others. So tell everybody about the Options Millionaire movement and the Options Millionaire community, so you can everyone learn. It's an awesome place to learn. So anyway, it is 10:40. You got a lot of time left in the market, a lot of opportunities to make some money. Just be smart. I'll see y'all later today. I had fun today. I appreciate everyone's generosity. It's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I'm very humbled. So thank y'all very much.